Well, I don't think
But
we have
no.
6 hours.
Yeah, and I don't think that's terribly relevant in either case.
Yeah. Besides, you don't actually know what the language is in character. So, yeah.
But
there's chanting in a weird language.
But I am going to save the recording of this for later use, though.
Cool. Yeah, you're getting weird chanting.
That do I? Okay, so I obviously can't tell what they're saying, but would my knowledge of like ritual spellcasting or something tell me something about what this is?
Yes, it does tell you about the process. In fact, although you don't understand the words, can you please roll intuition plus ritual spellcasting for me?
I can. That would be. That's not great.
What did you get, by the way?
3 hits.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I just need to look up the exact mechanics for what they're doing. Yes. They're casting a prodigal spell.
Can I tell which school it is, or just that they're casting it?
Off the pure chanting, you can't tell what school it is. You can't tell what it is, but it is a prodigal spell.
Okay. So I'll inform the party that they're casting some sort of spell. How many voices are there?
Since they're all chanting in unison, the exact number is actually make an audio perception threshold 6 to count. Lower thresholds will give you a rougher idea.
So that's without my spec. That's 5 hits.
Yeah, you can count between 5 and 10 or so people, you would say.
Okay. So they're casting some sort of spell, and if it's this many people at once, that's going to be quite the big spell.
Yeah.
You notice any astral overwatch in that area or around the building?
I can't see past this ward.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, how far up is the window that the microphone is pointed at?
40th floor, approximately, right?
Yeah, 40th floor. Technically, the laser microphone, you're actually, it's out of range of the laser microphone because it would be 200 meters up. Oh well. Yeah, it's about 200 meters up.
I could stick it on a drone if it matters that much.
Yeah, no, it doesn't actually matter that much.
Yeah. We have some way of getting the mic up there.
Well, gentlemen, we found our target.
We did. Now the problem is going to be getting in there, and also that place currently contains somewhere between 5 and 10 mages.
Definitely not get paid enough for this drag.
Yep. That is a fair point. We are, in fact, not getting paid enough for this shit. I think we may have to call the J and use some dirty words.
Perhaps. I don't think I can drop 10 mages, that's for sure.
Yep.
I'm just going to give you one thing out of character. Are you sure you know what you are doing? Your objective is to recover the rubies.
Yes.
Yep.
Where are the rubies?
I assume they're being used in a ritual.
Ah.
Never assume.
That's a smart...
Shakespeare has a logic of 2. He isn't known not to assume a lot of things.
Yeah, but out of character, you shouldn't assume things. So, you're after the rubies. What you gonna do?
So we don't know for sure that the rubies are like being used in the spell, but I feel like we can be fairly confident that they're on the sealed off floors.
That's a safe assessment.
Again,
Blood magic rubies, mages chanting, kind of adds up.
So what you're saying is we need to get in there, but
well, not so
not
fast,
alert
guys.
the
We,
mages.
we do kind of want to confirm where the rubies are before we start breaking into this building.
Fair enough.
Oh my god, what I wouldn't give for a decker right now.
You have all the tools required to complete this run, otherwise I wouldn't have selected these people.
Yep.
Can you just summon like a Force 20 spirit with Edge and sleaze that ward so we can see what's going on actually?
So that ward has a structure and armor rating of 8. Beating the shit out of it, it's going to be hard, it's going to be loud, and even a Force 12 spirit, which is the best I can do, is probably not going to be enough on its own.
No, but can't you magic people just pass through wards if you're good enough?
In theory, we can, but it gets harder the more spells you have and the more foci you have, and I have a bunch of both.
Yeah, that's
By a
why a
bunch.
spirit does it.
Oh, that's a thought. Sending the spirit through, you mean? Like sending in a stealth guy on the spirit?
What's this about sending in a stealth spirit?
Well, not a stealth spirit, but a stealth guy on the spirit to retrieve things.
Sorry, a stealth guy and a spirit.
Yes.
Which kind of defeats the point of the exercise, I know. But, well, it'll be more like Team Mundane and the spirit. And I'll wait quietly in the car.
So how are you going to get the spirit inside the mana barrier?
It'll astral intersect. Can do that, right? Like pass through, force its way through.
No. It says awakened characters have discovered other methods other than brute force. Your character can do it, but the spirit cannot get inside the mana barrier without beating it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we want blueprints of this building, I think, and see if that gives us any assistance.
I think we need to confirm if they're in there or not, but I don't know how we can go about doing that.
Well, we tracked the rubies this far, and the spirit got this far, and then it fucking died.
I can see why it died.
Yeah.
Alright, this is probably a bad idea. I'm just throwing it out there. We shoot out all the windows, zipline in, kill all the mages, and grab the rubies.
It sounds like a very bad idea, yes.
Plan
Sounds like a good idea. You
Z.
first.
It's a solid plan H.
Okay, what's plan B?
That's a good question.
Do we know if this corp is a subsidy of any other corp?
I think we figured out that it is not.
Okay.
Well, did we confirm or deny that, Elvian?
It's not a subsidy. It is a standalone corporation.
Okay.
Okay, let's operate under the assumption that the rubies are in that building.
Uh-huh.
Means the Shadowrunning team drop. They made the drop here. Would they? No, I mean, I've not run the Shadows very long, but do you go to the corporate office of your Johnson and make the drop there?
Yeah,
I've never
you
done
know
that before.
that's very, very unusual.
Okay.
It's my assumption is like maybe not that. Shakespeare kind of throws his hands up and says, "Fragging mages, I don't know."
Well, I think we can call RJ and if nothing else, confirm the. Well, we don't actually know where they are yet, so no. We aren't 100% on where the rubies are. We know they might be in this building. That's about all we know.
Out of character, we're just kind of like talking in circles. I'm going to take like a 2-minute break and kind of just break my train of thought and come back.
Okay, so what you know is that presumably inside this minor barrier are the rubies. You know that there are mages in this building and that the physical security has stepped up at night. You've scouted this building, but from the events you have only seen a relatively mundane building. You haven't seen anything particularly interesting of any kind, but there is a gap in the ventilation near the 39th, 40th and 45th floor from which you are hearing chanting.
Okay. Yep, that's the information we have.
Yeah. I'm just going to outright state this to the players that assuming the rubies are with those chanting mages is probably a bad idea.
Yep. That would
You
leave them
should-
somewhere else in the building.
Yeah. They could be with the mages, but they could also be somewhere else. So don't build a plan around going via those mages. Instead, do some recon and actually find out where the rubies are.
Which involves getting into the building.
Yeah, that's not that hard.
We could just walk up, pretend we're buying some product.
After hours?
No, in the morning.
Yeah, okay. But the mana barrier was still up in the morning, correct? During the day, well, during work hours.
The minor barrier was in place during work hours.
So Turkish, I think you're gonna have to sit this one out while Davian and I go inside and take a look around.
Seems like it. So, as we're approaching the evening again, I'll try calling my info broker again.
All right.
Can you spend a narrative edge to get him to pick up?
Okay, fuck it. Let's do that, yeah.
All right, yeah, info broker picks up. Hey, hello.
Hi. He's a seed AI, so. I'm looking for a bunch of information. What were the other questions we had for him? Well, at the very least, we'll need blueprints for this building, if you can provide them, and I'll point out the address of the building and who owns it, and so on, so forth.
Okay, I can do that. It'll cost you 1,800 for those.
That's all right. That's all right.
Next question.
Some info on this corporation would be nice. Do they front for any sort of some sort of mage cabal or something interested in blood magic?
I can do that, but it's going to be 7,200.
Team, do we want to spend that much for that info?
I don't think so.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
How about information about buyers of blood ruby artifacts?
Yeah, that's one.